And I'm going to say hello, everybody. Welcome to the Big O TV, where being organized feels so good. I'm your host, Aja Makita, the Organista, and I create organizational and time management tools to help business owners just like you become amazingly successful. Here on the Big O TV, you're going to get tips, and you're going to get tools, and you're going to get resources that you can begin using right now to help you be your most productive self. Just to let you know that if you have any questions, the best way to get your questions answered is by typing, oh, there goes my cat, keep on walking, keep on walking. The best way to get your questions answered is by typing a /Q in your chat box, and then the questions will come, keep on walking, will come over to the white box, okay? Since I'm a one-woman show, it's kind of hard for me to answer questions as they come up in the chat box and then still keep on point with what I'm doing. So we're also going to answer the questions at the end of the segment so that we have the best use of our time. Just also to let you know, ever so often I do a 10-day challenge for business owners who want to kind of get started on their organizing journey so that they can learn the healthy habits of focusing and learning to prioritize their tasks and their goals. And once again, to just really learn to be their most productive self in the areas that they should be being productive in. So, and you can sign up for that in at the bigochallenge.com, and I've put the link to it in the chat box for you. Okay, so today we have on the show Yetunde Jude, who is not on the show, but we're going to listen to her because she's having some difficulties getting on. So I've got my phone and I'm going to hold it up here, and so she's going to be on with us, but on the phone. So you guys will be able to hear her, but you just won't be able to see her. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and unlock the seat. And if anything changes, Yetunde, then just let me know and I will unlock the seat for you to get on, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so Yetunde Jude is a veteran Black hair care expert with over 20 years of experience and proven success in sales, research, and development. She is both academically qualified and clinically experienced. Her book, The Black Hair Care Revolution, a pocket guide on maintaining natural and perm hair, has brought her unmatched success and earned her the recognition for bringing a revolution to the hair care industry. Launched in 2009, her book has helped thousands of women make better hair care product choices. The book educates women about ingredients in hair care products and how they affect your hair. Now, Yetunde has wowed the world again with the launch of her brand new natural and chemical-free hair care product range, Yelani. These products are researched and developed by Yetunde herself and specifically created to repair, strengthen, moisturize, detangle, and maintain natural curls while promoting hair growth. She plans to expand her product line with time and include more unique and beneficial hair care products for women. Welcome, Yetunde. We're so glad to have you here.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, I want to go ahead and jump right on in so that we keep the track of our time going sufficiently. What has been the biggest challenge that you've encountered in your business and why?
Well, the biggest challenge for me has been to balancing my life, my business, my children, and you're just trying to find a balance to make sure that my children are neglected and nothing gets neglected. So that's been my biggest challenge, just balancing my life.
And tell us, why has that been the biggest challenge? Out of all the things that could have been your biggest challenge, why is this one your biggest?
Well, because I'm passionate about what I do, but I'm also I also want to make sure that my children grow up with a successful mother, but I don't want them to have an absent mother. And I also don't want my household to kind of get out of control. So being I was newly divorced when I really started working on my business. So there, I had to make sure I had to be the mother and the father in the household. So I had to divide my time evenly, and that's why it's important for me to be a good mother, and it's also important for me to be successful in business.
I can definitely relate to that. I think that many of us can, especially as single parents or not having someone else in the house to help with the kids and the house, and then you want to run a business and you're responsible for the bills and everything. It can get really, really hectic being that person that has to do everything. And then you want to have a life and you really want to have everything as balanced as possible with raising your kids and allowing them to have a good life, and you too, really. So I can definitely understand that. So tell me, what did you do to overcome that obstacle?
Well, what I decided to do was just write down everything, and I keep track of everything with a to-do list, a daily to-do list. So I break it down into 3 columns, and I have business, household, and my children. And I write down, I prioritize all my needs and wants in those areas, and then I allocate a certain amount of time to each to make sure that I get everything, that I'm on top of everything.
Right.
And I kind of call it a rolling to-do list, because if I don't get things done on one day, I keep them on the list the next day until I accomplish them.
Right. And also to add to that too, I think that people shouldn't be so hung up on if they don't accomplish all the goals on the list, because that could really make you crazy to try to do that. And that's not what it's about. It's just about having a look. That list, that to-do list gives you a look at what you need to do so that it can help you really prioritize what's important that you really need to get done. So I think that's awesome.
I'm sorry, I just want to interject. I'm
sure.
on. Do you have the button?
I will unlock the seat. Yay, it's unlocked.
This might work. Hello. Can you see me?
Not yet. I have to accept you. Just a minute. I'm getting you.
Great.
Yay!
Hello.
Awesome. Hang up the phone. Yay! Exactly right. I also wanted to tell everyone, some people are new to Blab, that these little hands in the bottom of the screen, if we're saying something that is really resonating with you, then give her some props, give her some little feels so that she knows that you're resonating, that you're really speaking her language. And so just, you can do that. You can also put some ones down in the boxes so that we know that you're here and that you're really liking what's going on here, what we're saying. So thank you so much, Yetunde, for coming on. I really, really appreciate you being here. I think you're awesome. I think your products are awesome. And I think that the way that you have started your business and just worked so hard to get it going and everything is a beautiful story. Thank you for being here.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Okay, so the next question is, give us your best advice for other people who struggle with the same problem that you have had.
I tell everybody you need to write down everything that you have to do so that you can see it. And if it's in front of you, then it's easier, and it's on paper, it's easier to follow, and it's harder to forget
right.
the task. Because as business owners, we know that we have so much, especially a startup like me, there's so many hats that you have to wear, where things can kind of get lost. So having it in front of you reminds you of what your goals are and mm-hmm. what your needs are. And so I say, write it down, allocate time, you have to have it in front of you at all times.
I have mine. My desk is actually facing the window, and as much as I don't like covering up my windows, I have my to-do list, my everything goes right on these windows because I don't have a wall here. So wherever you have to put it, I mean, if you're a digital person, put that list on your phone. If you're a pen and paper girl like I am, write it down and stick it someplace where you're going to see it, or make it into a big foo-foo-y board or something like that, so that it's something that will catch your eye, and that you will actually use. That's the most important thing, is that to write it down and use that list.
Yeah. And one thing that I have started to do, I have a dry erase board, and all the important things that have to be done that are easy to forget. Those are the things that I put on that board. So when I walk past it, I see it on constantly, and it reminds me, hey, you have to do so and so. So I can mark it off the list. So yeah, having it in front of you.
That is a very good idea. A dry erase board right in front of your face. So if you could go back to you at the start of your business, what would you say to yourself? What advice would you give to yourself? What would you say to you?
Oh, wow. I would say align yourself with some type of organization that in the industry that your business is affiliated with, so that you can have somebody to mentor you and guide you and give you some kind of direction. One thing that I found that I had the biggest problem with, as far as that's concerned, is knowing what my needs were. So when I would join an organization, they wanted to help me, but they didn't know how to help me. So that was one problem that I had. So now, a couple of years in, I know what my needs are. So I know how to select the right organization to be a part of. And I receive a lot of help, and I have mentors out there, that assist me. But aligning yourself with an organization that can assist you and give you direction is one of the most important things. And it's really a very valuable thing to do.
That is just beautiful. One of the reasons why I think it's so beautiful is because there's so many business coaches and life coaches and everything out here that we forget about the organizations. We forget about these. There's there are women organizations that are there just to help women. There are so many organizations out there in your area locally that are really there to help you, and we just kind of bypass them because of all of the business coaching and the life coaching and everything that we have access to these days, everything online and everything. But there's a wealth of information in the support of those organizations. So that's pretty good. Thank you for bringing that up. Okay. So we all have that quirky thing that we have going on with ourselves. Okay. You and I have been friends for a while. You know how quirky I can get, but okay, we're not going to tell anybody. This is your turn, not mine. So tell us something quirky about you that nobody else knows.
Oh, wow. I'm like a closet poet.
Oh.
I love poetry, and I write poetry, and I actually plan on delivering my poetry in a public setting sometime in the near future.
Okay, so this woman has her Superwoman cape on. She is a business owner. She is a mother of 2 small kids. Hey, sisters. Hey, Luyanda. And she is working her booty off to be this extraordinary person, inside and out. So, and now you're going to do poetry? Okay. All right. I'm gonna need to, wherever you got your Superwoman cape from, I'm gonna need to order mine. Yeah. Right, Jennifer? We need one. We need a Superwoman.
You guys have to come out and ready.
Well, that's beautiful. What kind of poetry is it that you are getting into? Did you hear me? Because we can hear you. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
What kind of poetry are you getting into?
There's no specific type of poetry. I just like to kind of write how I'm feeling. It might be about relationships, being in business, care, of course. That's something I'm super passionate about. Women knowing their own beauty and loving themselves inside and out. That's something that you probably hear me talking about. Yeah.
We'll have to have you back on the show to showcase some of your work. I think we'd love that very much. Okay.
Oh.
So that was really very interesting. I never knew that you did, the poetry thing. So that was very interesting for me to know. And what's going on with your business these days? What you have? Tell us what exactly that you have going on. What's interesting? What's new? All this good stuff.
Okay, well, first I want to give my website. It's www.yelani.com. And Yelani is YELANI.com. So I have a lot going on. Basically, my signature hair care product line, my signature product, you guys can see it, is this wonderful Moisture Blast conditioning shampoo. One thing when it comes to hair care products, I just want to kind of talk about the hair care products that are on the market. There are a lot of products that are not specifically designed for kinky curly hair. And I never wanted to design products. I wrote a book. I want information out there. I have a patent on a hair comb. I have other patents that I'm pursuing when it comes to natural hair care. Anything to make it easier for us to, see our beauty. And just one thing that people talk about natural hair is so difficult to work with. And it's really not. We just don't have the right tools and the right products out there. With the right products, it takes no time to detangle your hair. With the right products, your hair can be shiny and soft, and with the right tools. So I felt like I was kind of forced to come up with this product after I did something natural to my hair. My hair was really soft and felt wonderful. And then I went and got an organic product that I've used before, and it made my hair hard instantly. And that was very frustrating for me. Yeah. So I just kind of put all the knowledge that I already had, all the research that I've already done when I put my book together, because my book has hair care recipes in it, natural hair care recipes in it. And I just took it a step further and came up with a product that really delivers. Like, my product works. It's not something that, it's not fluff.
Well, I've used it before, and I absolutely love it on my locks. So it's beautiful. It's a beautiful product. And it feels really, really very light. And it goes on just beautifully. I have to say that what you're saying about your products is very, very true. I absolutely love it. I would like to have some more, please.
And so,
please.
Yes, we can work that out. So I have different types of shampoos. I have the conditioning shampoo. I have the conditioning shampoo, which softens your hair. I have the build-up blaster, which actually removes all the buildup off of your hair. If you know about, kind of toggling between your two different types of shampoos. I have a hair protein, oils, and leave-in conditioner.
Excellent.
And so basically, I'm working on expanding my line and providing the products that everybody needs to use. And so getting kind of educating people on how to use the products. That's kind of where I am with the with my product.
Do you find that people are receptive to you educating them?
Yes, because the products are so different. They don't suds, they don't have the traditional chemicals in there. So there is a bit of a learning curve, because if you're used to using shampoos that have a lot of suds in them, then when you get to a product and it's more like a cream, you have to be talked through it, because you're so used to using these products with these cheap ingredients that destroy your hair that you don't know that, okay, well, let me kind of change over and try something different. It's a bit of a learning curve, but people don't like change. So once they get over that curve, then no problem. But people are open to it because they're not satisfied with what they're using. And that's why you have product junkies. Like, Yelani All Natural Collection is the cure for the product junkie.
That's good. That's amazing right there. I like that. For product junkie. We've all been product junkies. I know that I have in the past. I've just been a total product junkie, and I can understand how that could come about with not having the right tools. So you're trying this and you're grabbing that and everything, and you've got all this gook you're putting on your hair. It's not good for it. And then, of course, you're forced to have to make products for your hair because you don't have anything on the market that is good for our curly, kinky hair. Beautiful. Thank you so much. Well, this will be the time for audience questions. If you have any, then the best way for us to see the questions is by typing a / and a Q in the chat box. And then the questions will come up over to the white box right over there on your screen, and we can see them better. Or better yet, if you are willing to come on, I'm going to open up a seat and you can ask your questions there. If not, then it's fine. If you'd rather just do it through the chat box, that's fine. And if there are no questions, then that's fine too. So does anyone have any questions about organizing business, about getting your hair care products for your hair through Yetunde.com? The link is over there in the, or should I say it's over there for you guys? It's over there in the chat room box, so you guys can get that. But any questions of any sort are welcome at this time. So the floor is open. What keeps you inspired is what, well, I know who that is, Luyanda. What Luyanda is asking, what keeps you inspired? That's a great question.
My children. One thing, I want them to love their hair. There are a lot of images out there that don't support Black women beauty. And I'm raising two young Black women with natural hair. And I want them to love themselves. So making sure they have products and they understand how to take care of their hair properly so that, you know, when they get older, they don't feel like they're not the standard of beauty. I want them to understand that they are their own standard of beauty. So they keep me motivated all the time.
That's excellent. I mean, that's beautiful. We need a lot more of that in teaching our kids about their own beauty. But you know what, especially as kids right now, I think that I was actually on the Blab earlier, and it was talking about how us as kids, we just thought that nothing was wrong with us. You know, we were beautiful, we were strong. You know, if you ask them to draw you a picture, they're going to draw you a picture, and they're just going to think that they think that they are the greatest thing ever. And then as we get older, then we start to see, you know, all these other things. And where I tell you, my son thinks he's a ninja. He ain't had no training. Not an ounce of training, but he was like, look at this, look what I can do, look at that. I'm like, yeah, baby, that's awesome. You know, some of the stuff is kind of good though, but you know, but he's not. But he can't tell him that. You know, I tried to, but he was like, no, you're wrong. I am a ninja. Okay, you're a ninja. You're a ninja.
And you know, I remember being in like the 4th or 5th grade in gym class, and they would show the video. In the 80s, I'm in my 40s now. So we would watch videos from the 70s. And I could feel the discomfort from people around me when they would show a Black person with an afro. You would hear some laughter, like, ha, and these were all Black kids, but everybody was so uncomfortable because, you know, in the 80s, people were wearing perms. So what is this afro up here? Why do we have that? When I went natural in the 90s, people literally would just stop and question me, like, what's wrong? Why did you cut your hair? Oh my goodness, you know, men like long hair. What are you doing? Like, they were so upset with me. People didn't even know. I was in college. They were. So we've come a long way, but we still have a long way to go.
That is very true. We do. We have a long way to go. Well, Jennifer is asking, what products do you recommend to prevent breakage? My hair breaks at the crown. Also, what products do you recommend to combat dryness? So her first question is
the Moisture Blast conditioning shampoo. There are a lot of herbs.
Her first question is to prevent breakage. Which one of your products helps with that? To prevent breakage? All of them.
All of them. That was preventing breakage, strengthening the hair shaft, moisturizing the hair shaft. That's what I had in mind when I designed the products. So the conditioning shampoo is something that you can use. You use primarily on, you know, when you shampoo, when you have a scheduled shampoo. I'm sorry. Some people have set schedules when they shampoo their hair. So the conditioning shampoo will be the primary shampoo that you use. It will strengthen your hair. It will reduce shedding instantly. You will see a difference immediately. So if you comb your hair before you shampoo it with the Moisture Blast conditioning shampoo and you see breakage, what you do is you wash your hair with the shampoo, comb your hair afterwards. You will see the difference immediately. And that was something that I focused on when I came up with the formula. I wanted something because I had a lot of shedding before I started, I developed my products. The reason why I developed my products is because I had excessive shedding. I would literally comb my hair over my white sink, and it would see little, pieces of hair all over every time I stroked the comb through my hair. That drove me crazy because that's something that we're used to when we're natural because of the cheap products. Made the shampoo, got in there, washed my hair. Let me tell you, nothing. It went from a sink full of hair to nothing coming out. Not that you have your natural shedding process, but you shouldn't notice it. That's when the natural process is like the number of strands that you can count, not just filling up your sink with hair. So yeah, the conditioning shampoo, definitely. The hair protein, it has live foods in it. That's something that you use maybe like once every 2 months. And then you have the buildup blaster, which also has herbs and special ingredients that prevent breakage and reduce the amount of shedding and breakage that you'll experience. And that's something that the buildup blaster is something that you will use maybe every third or fourth wash. So you have to come up with like a schedule. And that's another part of like the learning curve. A lot of people know about conditioning shampoos, but then they don't know about removing all that buildup as well and coming up with a schedule. And that's something that I also talk about on my products. I have directions on my products, and I also have hair tips. So I talk about the type of hair tools that you use, rotating out the products so that you get the maximum benefit.
Well, I have a question. I have locks underneath this wig, obviously. So as a person who sometimes wears my locks, sometimes I wear a wig, sometimes I wear a scarf, what should I be using to keep my hair in its best condition?
Really, what I suggest is coming up with your own routine. You have to find out what works for you. So the conditioning shampoo, you use that one on a regular basis. And then when it comes to a daily thing, there's a leave-in conditioner, a conditioning spray. And when you want shine, if your hair is kind of dull in between washing, you can just spray the conditioning spray on your hair, and that will give you an awesome shine and kind of revive your hair throughout the week.
I will do that. I will try when I get my new set of products. I surely will. Okay, so the next question is, you have a lot of things going. How do you keep organized while keeping balance, like friends, work, children, home? Example, my house looks like a tornado ran through it right now because I'm busy with other things.
Well, I make sacrifices. So as far as friends are concerned, I may not be able to go to all of the functions that are lined up, and I have to plan like 2 weeks in advance. So if something comes up in 2 weeks, then I can't do anything for another 2 weeks. So I make that sacrifice, but my friends understand and they support me in my vision. So that's not a problem. When it comes to the house, that's on my to-do list. If I have 4 loads of laundry and I've only allocated 1 hour to work on the laundry, whatever I get done in that hour is what gets done until it comes up again on my to-do list. So that hour, I may be able to clear 2 of those loads. I have 2 loads left over. I'll just tuck them away nice and pretty. And I'll put them on the list again until I'm finished. So yeah, and sometimes that they're on that 2 weeks cycle as well. I may have a Saturday where I can just focus on laundry, but allocating a certain amount of time towards each thing is really how I stay organized. So, and everything gets touched. So, my kitchens and my bathrooms have to be clean. But when it comes to laundry, and that also comes to, when you prioritize, you have to prioritize what's the most important thing. And laundry is lower on the list. And the kids, they participate. They have jobs too.
That's really, really important, is the ability to figure out what is important in your household. Everybody's priorities are going to be different, but that's for you to decide what's your most important thing that you need to do. And like Yetunde said, making a list and putting it on that list is imperative because it allows you to really look at it and it almost is like building a relationship with your list. You see it all the time. It's actually building a healthy habit of of consistency. So, and here comes my cat again. I am so sorry. Hello. It's building a healthy habit of consistency, and you need that in just about everything. Even if it's not just your business, you need that in your house too. And so my suggestion is that you get a piece of paper and you just write everything that your day, your week, your month consists of. I mean, every little thing. It doesn't matter if it's just about, yes, exactly, a mind dump. Just dump it all out on the paper. Exactly. And then you can start to kind of put things in categories. Things that are like can be grouped together, like errands, okay, cleaners, grocery shopping, you kind of just put them in different groups. And then you start to just kind of mark off what's not so important. And on my website, shechangestheworld.com, there is some freebies on there in what I call the storage closet, because that's where I keep all the good stuff is in the storage closet. But if you sign up to it, there's a lot of great worksheets in there to help you really start to develop or create a list for yourself of what's important, to help you mind dump and go through that mind dump to see what's a priority for you, because you have to be honest with yourself about really what's a priority of yours and what society thinks is a priority of yours. You can't really listen to society about what that is. You really have to decide that for yourself. So if laundry is lower on the list for Yetunde, it may be higher on the list for you. There is no right or wrong. It's really just about what's right in your house and what's going to work in your house. If you try to take on her schedule, it may not work for you. You may be too social, so your friends may not understand like hers do that, you're gone and you need to go do something. But at the same time, you do have to give new things a try if you really want to make a difference in getting your things together, getting everything organized and prioritized, and actually staying focused on those things. So I hope that helps. And I'm going to put in the chat the website. And that is the storage closet. You would just type on the link that says start here. Actually, I don't think you would either. I think I took that down. But if it's not there, then I will get it for you so that you can, I'll have it up again so that you guys can find it. Let's see. It's actually under home. It's under my home page, and I'm going to just go ahead and put the direct link up here as soon as it finishes loading. There we go. It's going to copy and paste it right into the chat. So there you go. So does anyone have any other questions? Would anyone like to come on and share their stories? Oh, are you part of a supportive groups with other women? Are you part of support groups, Yetunde?
Yes, I am. I'm part of the Georgia Women's Business Council. And before that, I actually joined 2 other organizations. And we started an organization of friends of mine who are entrepreneurs. And it is a support group. It's hands-on. We talk about our needs. We set our own goals and assign ourselves homework based on the feedback that we've received. And we meet on a regular basis to assist each other with succeeding in business. So I'm definitely, and you need that support. You need that extra push. You need to bounce ideas off of other people. And it's kind of like having assistant CEOs or a boardroom. So yes, definitely.
And if you're looking for a support group, that's something you could definitely start. There's plenty of people, I'm sure, in your area that you can find that are like-minded in what you want to accomplish. And just, if you can't find a group to join, then start one.
Oh yeah, yes. I highly recommend that. You have to be proactive.
Okay, well, I have to say that this has been a really, really great first show. I'm just excited that you guys came. I really can't tell you how this has been just a phenomenal time for me, and I want to thank you so much, Yetunde, for coming on. And again, if you would like to get her products, that's www.yelani.com. Let me put it in the box again. Oh.
And thank you for having me.
And don't forget, if you are interested in joining the 10-day challenge, it's coming up on March the 21st, and you can just go to thebigochallenge.com and you can sign up and get all your information there. So we're going to sign on off. I thank you again. Thank you all. It's been really great, and I appreciate you all being here. Take care.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I'm going to stop the chat. I'm going to stop the